starting right at the beginning, let's take a look at errors that come with opening an account. And like I said, we'll keep this very vague. We'll kind of keep to the ones, the more common errors that we can, help with and take a look at. Lisa, what do we see error-wise, and on a broad basis? What do we see when people want to open up an account? What do we see errors with right off the bat?
Yeah, so I think the biggest error that I see is when Amazon has difficulty connecting the dots between ownership and addresses and other information. So you'll often need a bank account, credit card statement, your business address. In most cases, Amazon will mail a verification postcard with a code to verify your address. And if those data points do not line up, it could cause some delay with opening up your account or some misunderstanding on who you are. We're all aware of the Inform Act now. And so your business information, your bank account statement, what you're entering into Amazon, all need to line up. So, for example, if you're incorporated, your documentation should say incorporated on all of your documents, or if you're LLC, or how you spell your business name, or capitalization, suite numbers. So all of those data points really do need to line up. Another thing that we see is when new sellers are trying to open up their account, sometimes they're using a debit card and not a credit card to establish that account. They might be outside of the country. Is your credit card authorized to take charges from inside of the United States? So we have seen that lately where there's been some difficulty with actually just verifying and processing the credit cards as well.
Yeah, interesting. I definitely know that was a point of contention for a couple of my accounts. Not only just obviously verifying the credit card, but making sure that either the charges don't, the credit card doesn't expire, or the charges go through okay, or any kind of like bounce back. I know that's definitely, in my opinion, one of the bigger errors to start with. Eric, anything else for opening an account and really just getting started?
Yeah, I mean, with like opening an account, like Lisa kind of covered most of everything, right? You got I think there's like 5 different steps to get through that. One of the things that I do notice though is like, okay, so now maybe your account creation aspirations were way ahead of your listing creation or getting your ducks in the row of what products we're going to sell on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So if you open your Amazon account, let's say January 1st or whatever, and you don't start doing stuff until March, your account actually might be deactivated. And so when you start to go like, what the heck's going on? What's happening? It's only because there hasn't been any activity on the account. And to kind of fix that, and new accounts kind of run into this. I see this all the time while we're trying to like add listings and kind of optimize and do things. All we have to do is you go in there, up in the right-hand corner, you hit the little button down. I think it's like account info. And then I think you just re-add your credit card. Even if it's the same credit card, I believe you just say, click or edit credit card, click the credit card, and then hit submit. And then after like 48 hours or something like that, you should be back online. But it does trigger some anxiety and some stress if you're not aware of that kind of shutdown.
So generally, definitely, you don't want to open an account until you're pretty much ready to go, right? I mean, obviously that's like an easy fix, but I think maybe to save some of that stress and anxiety for the rest of your setup, you maybe would want to wait until all your ducks are in a row, or at least semi in a row.
Maybe. I mean, I would rather you have to reactivate your account than run into some of the problems that Lisa said. When you have a deadline, right? If maybe your boss is like, we're going to launch on April 1st, and then you wait until the last minute to make your account, and then suddenly you have these credit card issues or debit card issues, or you have to wait for an address confirmation. So get those accounts early, get all that early stuff done and situated, and then just go from there. And if your account gets deactivated because you haven't had any activity on it, that's no big deal. Just go ahead and re-verify that credit card.